Phineas. Okay. So Phineas, let's pick up how and when you've met the knights here at the tavern. So, give us a little bit of your backstory.
Well, do I have a name for the temple that I'm staying at?
Oh, you tell me.
Okay.
You name
I
it.
haven't thought about that.
Okay.
to be determined.
Well, just put like, you're the temple of what's your god though? Let me know what your god you got though. So.
This is that. You're gonna have to edit some of this stuff out because it's been too long.
Or this is just really good radio. I don't know. I think there was a couple incidents later in the afternoon.
Shandakal. The Temple of Shandakal.
Shandakal.
There we go. Yes, the wind god. But yeah, Phineas, he's pledged himself to the temple. He's been there for quite some time. He's actually from south of Waterdeep, so he's not entirely new to the area, but he knows, how to get around.
About how long have you been in Waterdeep? Like at least over a year or two?
Yeah.
How long?
Probably a year.
Okay.
Because the training takes quite some time.
Okay.
And he's a frequent at the Loose Goose because it's nearby, He's good friends with the keeper there, yeah.
Yeah, Huey the Halfling.
Huey the Halfling.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And then, obviously, since you do drink there in the evenings and stuff, then you've obviously met Orfar,
yeah.
Orfar.
the dwarven
Sellsword.
sellsword. Yeah, I would say mercenary. He's sellsword.
Same
He's-
thing.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah. Well, sellsword's got like less negative connotation to it, I guess, in my mind.
Yeah, because mercenary is like they'll work for anybody.
money.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
no. So he's currently at this time he's bodyguarding at one of the larger. I want to say plantations, but estates. So I was looking for
Okay.
the estates up in the North Ward. So and the wizard Nikolai. And now you've known Nikolai actually to be a quiet and very intelligent, wonderful young man that really normally has his head on his shoulders, and he'll carry one on every now and then if Orfar can tempt him into doing it. But normally he keeps his head on his shoulders.
Okay.
But you heard about the incident. That's all it's being referred to as this time.
The incidents. Is it sensitive?
Yeah, well, that happened a week ago. Nikolai had an incident at the Mage College here in Waterdeep.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
And so far, he's only referring to it as the incident got him
Okay.
kicked out of school. The incident got him kicked out. And that's so far. But for this last week, though, he actually, because he got kicked out of the college and the dorm where he was staying there at the school. So Huey was kind enough to put him up at the inn. Mm-hmm. And for the last week, he's just been like drinking himself into like stupidity.
Damn.
And then just passing out. And over the last week, I mean, he turned into kind of like the fun drunk, into like the kind of like the really sad transition.
Mm-hmm.
And now he is definitively transitioning into the angry drunk.
He smells, he
Yeah,
hasn't taken a shower in a little while.
Yeah, it's been about a day or two right now.
Yeah.
Since the last time you saw him. And like there's even one time like when you walked out, like he was just like passed out on like one of the bar stools. And you were like, what are you going to do with him? And he was like, I'm done with him. He sleeps there.
All right.
All right. So, just to remind you of the backstory of what's going on with Waterdeep. We'll say 2 years ago when he first opened up the inn. I know you weren't here yet, but you've heard the stories.
Yeah.
The Waterdeep was very much like a New York style weather pattern. It had some snowy days in the midwinter, but for the rest it was warm, mild. The bay was for, tons of trading traffic and stuff like that comes through there, like millions of tons. About a year and a half ago, these storms started coming in from the ocean, from deep from the ocean and come up. And they just started like battering Waterdeep over and over. And some would last days, then they would last weeks, then they would last months. Mm-hmm. Okay. So within the last year, Waterdeep has turned into, on its best days, a dreary, rainy London day.
So like Sweeney Todd, London.
Yeah, like a very Sweeney Todd. So on that same note, you as a priestess of the wind or priest of the wind god, you guys know it has something to do with the goddess of the sea, Bathsheba. Okay,
Bathsheba.
but that is all that you guys can deduce is that right there. You definitely know your God's like, I'm not doing this. Like,
It ain't him. It ain't him.
So,
Shout out call. He's pretty good right now.
Yeah. So, due to the extremely rough weather, though, the majority of the trade, the way it worked here in Waterdeep, was all the goods would come from the south up to Waterdeep, unload, and then get put on road caravans off to the entire heartland of the north of here. Okay. So, with the seas being almost impassable most of the time, trade is almost dried up here in Waterdeep in the last 6 to 8 months. Like where they would get 100 to 200 boats a day, maybe 2 a week get through. Okay, so it's massively shortchanged. So, a lot of the wharf area where his bar is located, the Loose Goose, it's about 5 or 6 blocks away from the work. So it's not on the docks, but it's around that area. Sailors, traders all started to either take the business elsewhere or grab the next boat heading south to find work. So even though Waterdeep is still a very safe place. Okay, so everybody, the sailors and traders and everybody started kind of packing up and leaving. So business has been dying, and the bar has been suffering, obviously, with it. When you first started coming here, this place would be packed most evenings. His food was known throughout the area. It's got some of the best stew, and sailors and traders would stop by here specifically to have it. He was starting to get a name, and then the curse moved in, which is what pretty much everybody's calling it. It's not an official name, but that's what's going around now. In the bar, of course, you've heard every reason for this, as in Waterdeep itself is sinned, and and is upset Bathsheba herself. The gods are fighting. Somebody's killed the goddess. Blah blah blah. All of which sound nowhere near logical, but could be plausible. I mean, it could be. As for your temple itself, other than kind of confirming it has something to do with the goddess Bathsheba, that's all your temple knows. You're a small temple. You don't have a lot of political pool, that kind of stuff. So it's not like your high priests are at the castle getting direct information. So that's kind of the backstory of where we're going to start off. Now, due to all that, crime has started to rise. Now, it's not like murder or big theft, but it's a lot of petty theft, a lot of shoplifting, a lot of just cut pursing, and that type of stuff there. To the point, and you've walked around, doing your charitable work here, and you could almost, it's at the point right now you could almost blame it on just the fact that there are no jobs. Maybe this is just people, stealing to survive. It's at that level right now. Okay. So, any questions? What's your character's name again? Phineas. Okay. Any questions that Phineas has about what's been going on the last year, where Waterdeep is right now, what you've been doing, the bar, anything like that?
By this time, have I finished my training, or am I still? I'm still working on it, because once we get caught up to the moment, is that when I'm? What
we're gonna say is that you're technically done. Like you're finishing up your paperwork. You're if we're gonna use a college metaphor, you're finishing up that last dissertation. Okay, you're getting everything ready, but it's pretty much over with. You just got to turn in your final paperwork. You've got the blessing.
Do a rite of passage kind of thing.
Exactly. Here's the final baptismal ceremony.
Okay.
And you are now officially. But obviously, the is it a goddess or God?
God.
Your God has already blessed you with answering with your prayers and his magical power. So you're already in tune with your God.
Okay.
You've gone through all that and all those rituals. So that's where you're sitting. And once again, you're also going I don't know what I'm going to do, but I want to, because you can stay here and work at the temple, or you can choose to go out and spread the word, or do whatever. You're free after that point. Okay. Anything else?
I think that's it for now. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to start this off, like I said, about 3 weeks before the tax man comes.
Okay.
The wizard has been about a week into his what do you want to call it?
Down spiral.
Down spiral. Thank you. I like that. It's nicer. In his down spiral of grief and over the incident. We don't know what happened. So you wind up closing the bar. It was super slow. Okay. And so you closed up the bar around 8. And you decided that you had heard that if you get the fish market at the very end of the day, you can get the fish and the crab and stuff at dirt cheap.
Okay.
And being with your current financial woes, you're got to cut every penny that you got. So you're heading down to the fish market, which it's just down on the wharf. You know exactly where you're going.
Okay.
Okay. And and Phineas has said he would walk with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it's semi on the way back to the Temple District, anyways.
Because he's really busy.
Yeah.
He's a busy man.
So much stuff to do. So Phineas, I guess my next question is, how hard of a drinker are you? It's a thing that's going to come up in this game a lot.
Really?
So, yeah, it came up with the other two.
He's got a thing for honey mead.
He's got a thing for honey mead?
Honey mead, yeah.
All right, so how toasty are you right now?
Me?
You've been sitting in the bar since...
Probably a nice little buzz.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a responsible man. He'll have a little fun, but
Okay. All right, so as you guys head on down to the fish market, the closer you get, the smell of the seawater and the fish smell get very, very much stronger as you continue down. Excuse me. The harbor fish market stands to your left and the warehouse is to your right. Many of the stalls are closed or in the process of closing. As you guys are strolling down, you see a leathered old man who yells out, "Aye, my good lads and lassies, I've got some good squid for you today." He picks up a handful of squid. "Let you have it real cheap. Say a copper a handful. Squish, squish." And he breaks off a tentacle and pops it into his mouth. The tentacle squirms as he chews. "They be delicious. Still kicking they is. Yum." Continuing.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go to him.
Okay. "Hi, sir. What can I do for you?"
Well, I know my handful's not a lot, but his handful. Can I make good shit with squid? Do I know that?
Give me a cooking skill. Just let's
some calamari.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, where's my bad dice?
Good. Your roll low dice.
That is a 9 out of 14.
Yeah, you can think of a couple recipes handy that you can turn that into.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So it's a copper a handful.
Get 2 handfuls. Can I? There's not such thing as half copper. I'll get 2 handfuls. He'll get 2 handfuls.
Okay.
If you don't mind holding a handful.
I don't mind.
All right.
And what exactly are you doing with them after you get them?
Just running them back to the bar.
So just to make sure I got this mental picture correctly here. All right. I have a halfling in a bartender outfit holding 2 handfuls of live squiggling squid.
As it squirms.
And then I have a human. Could you describe yourself, Phineas?
Phineas is about 6 foot. Definitely attractive. Not as attractive as like the Dos Equis guy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, but like kind of like there. Let's see. He's not technically heavy set, but he's a little chunky. Dark skin.
Okay. So there's a slightly less attractive Dos Equis man.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I got you. 100%. Okay. So and what?
Oh yeah, he's got a beard.
Oh, you got the gray beard.
He's got a peppery beard and
Silver
stuff.
fox over here.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure if you're sucking up to the DM with that description or not, but I'm going to take it as that. Okay. That's good description. I like it. So
it's like if I was an old man, what I would have looked like.
I know
yeah,
I am an old man. And that's what I look like. So I get it.
What?
Okay. So back to what. So Phineas? What are you wearing?
I got a fancy cloak.
Okay.
From my temple. And I also have, I'm wearing studded armor. I have a gauntlet that has the symbol of Shadakal. That is my,
That's your holy symbol?
My holy symbol, yeah.
Okay. Now, what of that, like you were just going for a night of drinking at your buddy's bar. Are you wearing all that? You can.
I probably would always keep my gauntlet on hand.
Okay.
But the cloak, maybe not so much. That's a little more of a... I want to spiff up a little.
A little ceremonial.
A little ceremonial, yeah.
Okay.
So probably just a normal tunic, humble.
All right. So
Yeah.
no armor then right now? Still got your sword on you?
Definitely have my sword.
Okay.
It's at night, right?
Yeah.
Definitely I would be wearing some type of armor.
But remember, you got here when it was like 5 in the afternoon, though.
Okay.
Yeah. Just remember, you've been hanging out drinking at the bar. It's only 8. I mean, it's not like
Yeah.
it's midnight. It's only 8. And you have made this walk 1,000 times before. You know, from the bar back to your place.
Honestly, I don't know. Probably not. If it's just a casual outing. But studded armor really isn't that.
It's not that. That's what I said.
It's
It
not that
wouldn't be
heavy.
100%. There are people that, you know, those who are more military inclined or the adventurer types that are in the city, they wear it. So I'm just trying to get the visual of where you're at right now.
I would definitely be wearing the studded armor.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah.
So just to go back to our description here, I've got a halfling in bartender's clothes holding 2 handfuls of wiggling squid. I have a priest, okay, in studded leather armor with a gauntlet full of squid that are wiggling around, all right, and another hand of squid wiggling around. And now, just make sure I got this right, we're going to now walk back to your bar, 6 blocks away.
I mean, fuck. Do you have a bag?
Sell you a bucket for a silver.
That's how you get us, huh? You son of a bitch. Yeah, I'll take the fucking bucket.
Well, good to hear that, Sonny, because I was no refund on the squid.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, you see me, I'm like struggling
Yeah.
to like keep them from
Well, fuck, if
running
we got
away.
a bucket, how much will the bucket fit?
I'd say double what you have in there right now.
I buy double what I have.
Okay.
Man, we're eating calamari tonight.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Squid cakes for a week.
Squid cakes, yep.
This is breakfast tomorrow morning.
Potentially an omelet, depending. Okay.
Lucy's not producing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's Lucy.
Very, very spoiled.
Very
She has
goosey.
her own room.
Oh, she does?
Yeah. Did you not notice? If you walk into room 2, she's got a little nest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the best though. She deserves it.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you continue down the market, you see a matriarchal-looking woman, and she catches your eye, Phineas, as you walk by, and goes, "Nice red fish for young noble, perhaps. They be very fresh. Look, they still have their eyes open. That's how you can tell they're fresh. Yes, sir. Never sell sleeping fish, my dad always said. A silver piece or half for half. Remember, you can lead hurrying to water, but you'd better get him there fast or he'll die."
Herring.
Herring.
It's herring, yeah.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. I don't know.
Let me see. Let me check how much I have on myself.
Would I know, like, just based off being a cook, like, if the fact that their eyes are open means they're fresh?
You have never heard that.
Okay.
Like you've never heard of a sleeping fish.
Okay.
I'll whisper to you.
It does make you think back now, like, well, technically I've never checked their eyes before I cooked them, so...
I'll lean in and whisper and say, do fish have eyelids?
Fuck, I don't know.
Kind of look at each other like,
We got the squid.
as
All right, so you continue on.
sweet, yes.
As you continue, next door, you see 2 young girls in their mid-teens, plain but not unattractive. And they look up at you and go, "Exotic shells, kind sir. Very beautiful. No 2 alike. I collect them and my sister makes them into jewelry." As you see on their thing there, they've got some seaweed string. It's just seaweed that they dried out in the proper way to actually make like a string rope.
Okay.
And then they just got the seashell strung on there. Like
Okay.
just one, a couple other. For the most part, they're pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not macaroni on a string pretty, but they're damn fucking good.
Macaroni on a string beats it then.
Yeah. How much for the blue one?
How many shells does the blue one have on it?
Just one.
Just one. 1 copper.
1 copper. So I'll give it to me.
Thank you, good sir.
That'll be-
Thank you, good sir.
Present for Lily.
For Lily.
Yeah, you know, my granddaughter.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah, your granddaughter.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep walking. Bucket of squid just fucking dragging on the ground behind me.
How much did you say it was?
1 copper.
1 copper.
So now, as you guys are strolling through, as you guys approached the harbor and started strolling through, you started noticing that there is a fog rolling in from the sea onto the land, and this fog is like so thick as by this point you can only see about 20-30 feet in front of you.
Okay.
Okay. It's like that thick pea soup fog. And you can still hear the people around you and that kind of stuff there, but it's getting kind of very foggy. Okay.
Is it
Is it-
ominous?
No,
No?
I want to say more like London fog.
Okay.
You know, definitely feels. I mean, you're a wind priest, so this seems like natural fog.
Yeah.
Like this just seems like a weather condition due to all the storms and stuff like that is just rolling in from the wharf. And being that you're so close to the water here at the fish market, it's way more intense than you would have seen it maybe even at the Goose.
Okay. Is it still about 8 or 9 o'clock, or is it starting to get late?
Yeah, no, it's about 8:30, 8:45. Took you
Okay.
guys about half an hour to walk down here, and you only been shopping for about 15 minutes or so. But it's just finally getting that point where you're like really starting to notice it.
Okay.
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 Let's see. Let's see. Next, you pass by a dirty, greasy man toasting skewered meat over a small fire. And as you kind of catch his eye, he looks at rat on a stick. Anyone care for some rat on a stick?
Oof.
Get 'em every morning I does, so you knows they're fresh. Rat on a stick. Rat on a stick.
Does it look like good cooking?
Give me a cookie.
Is this a stab? It's just up to code.
6 out of 14, yeah.
Okay. So actually, as you're kind of watching him for a second to kind of just check out his, culinary sanitation, you definitely notice when he thinks nobody else is looking, he picks up one of the pre-cooked skewers and takes like a half a bite off the back of it, and then puts it back down with like the bitten side though toward the flame.
Oh God.
So you can't see it on the other side.
Takes a nibble.
I mean, I'm not interested, but if you want some, more power to you. I'm gonna keep walking.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass.
Let's see.
I'm a halfling with a bucket full of squid. What more could I ask for? No, I'm just kidding.
So as you continue on, shortly after the rat on the stick stall, you see a small boy. You'd say he's around 7 to 8, human,
Okay.
and he comes up to you. A small bit of tackle for you, sir. We've got a few small fishing poles and some thin but tough strands of twine. Great for catching fish. A young boy standing next to the much older man smiles at you and continues. Hooks. We've got hooks. Look, here in the box. A young lad opens up a long, thin box full of sharp bits of twisted metal. We sell little nets for little fishies, too.
Oof.
Now, everybody, I need both of you guys to give me a wisdom check.
Okay, first roll ever.
Yeah.
That's-
So, a wisdom
So-
check roll under 15.
So when we do stat checks in 2E here, you want to roll under your number. So
Under
your
my
wisdom
number.
is, should be insanely high,
18.
18. So you want to roll under an 18.
Okay.
Now, if you'd ever hear me say, you're going to have a -2 on your wisdom check, that's a -2 on your score,
So it'd be
not your
16.
dice roll.
Okay, so it'd be 16.
It would be
under
16. You roll under
Okay.
16. Exactly.
So I got a 13 out of 15.
15 out of 18.
Damn, this child is cute. I mean, damn, like he's got like those little blue eyes and the little like page boy haircut, and like, damn, he's pulling at the heartstrings. Up to you, what happens? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, your compassion kicked in.
So I don't have the fishing skill.
Okay,
How well would I be able to fish just like as a hobby?
about as well as you would fish as a hobby.
Okay. I mean, like, so I may catch a couple. I won't be bringing in the.
You're not well. Once again, if you're bringing in the netfuls, is it really a hobby?
Okay. So it's like Saturday fishing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going to say that even if you have the skill, you are good at it. Okay, you're like bass tournament on the cable TV show, kind of like fisherman. Okay.
Okay.
You know what the kind of best baits are for this kind of fish or that kind of fish, what the
kind of
areas to
lures.
look for. But any person can pick up a rod and a reel and have just as much luck as say me or you have going to the local lake and dropping our pole in.
Okay.
Okay.
Phineas' his heart melts,
Okay.
and he's like, "Give money."
So what are you buying? Like, he's not begging, he's selling. And he's standing there next to his grandpa. Grandpa looks about 85.
Yeah.
Grandpa definitively looks like his days on the boat are over.
You said there's some twine?
Yeah, like fishing twine.
Fishing twine?
Yeah.
That's useful. I'll take some of that, yeah.
Yeah, 1 silver. And it's 100 feet of fishing twine.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
All right, fuck it.
Of good quality. Make sure you put that down.
So, this kid, I'm a halfling. He's probably taller than me at 8 years old, right? So I look up. Do you have anything my size, like fishing pole wise?
Yeah, he shows you to his little bitty nets for little bitty fishies.
Okay.
All right, if you want to do like some cast netting or kind of thing, and then they have some poles that could be workable for you.
Okay. How much is the pole my size?
The pole your size, and keep in mind these are just long sticks.
Okay.
You know, kind of dried properly. They don't
So
have
they bend
reels
and-
on them.
Kind of like a sugar cane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to think like Tom Sawyer-esque kind of fishing pole with a stick.
Okay.
But they're quality. I mean,
Okay.
it's good mahogany wood. Looks like it was cured properly to the best of your knowledge. So it's not like he just ran to the tree and like cut some sticks off.
Okay.
Looks legit.
Okay.
As you're looking at the fishing poles, though, you hear a gentleman next to him, a large man with bulging biceps covered with tattoos, snarls. Bah! Buy little boy's toys from that little boy. If you want real He-Man fishing tackle, get it here. Look at this hook. It's bigger than your head. You can catch real kraken on this. Nets too. Huge ones for catching monsters of the deep. Your choice. 10 silvers apiece. I'll buy them kitty toys.
I'll buy the kitty toys because I feel like if it's as big as my head, I can't handle it.
Wouldn't have been as big as your head, Phineas, but definitely the halfling's head was a good size, like meat hook. Like almost one of those things you see somebody like slap into a side of beef to move it through the butcher shop, you know?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll go with the kitty pole.
Okay. Yeah. The kiddie pole will cost you 3 copper.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
He's like kitty stuff. You're like, I am a kitty. This is for me.
Meow. Yeah.
And as soon the burly guy
You
next
can take it that way, okay?
the burly guy next to him with the tattoos just like kind of just blows you off and goes back to trying to flag somebody else down.
Oh, does it come with does it come with everything I need the pole, or do I need to buy line and stuff too? Is that separate?
You would have to buy it with the twine and stuff like that.
Okay,
But
so-
Phineas did just buy 100 feet, so that's really between you two.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
And hooks? How much are the hooks?
The hooks are 5 for a copper.
Okay. I'll take 5.
Okay. And though, like you remember fishing as a child back in the river, you know, very similar to this, but you're like, they look semi legit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Got the same shape, you know.
yeah. I mean, they look like they
Made
have
out
a
of
fish.
metal.
And let's be honest, they don't have the technology to be whipping any kind of Bass Pro stuff out here, or
Yeah,
anything,
yeah,
you know. But it looks like a solid hook. So,
Bass Pro, if you want to sponsor.
dear Bass Pro would be 100% okay with that. So. We are not shilling for Bass Pro, but we're willing to.
I love how you have really big fish in your tanks.
Yes. Yes.
Makes me happy.
I've watched many a fishing lesson in your tanks. And then didn't do it anywhere properly when I went out. But it's
You
okay.
just like watch YouTube videos on how to do stuff, and you get out there and you're just like,
Yeah, I'm pretty much sure this entire setup that we're recording on right now is exactly how that played out. I watched some YouTube videos and was like, I can do that.
I can do that. And
do
you get
that.
out there, you're like, well, shit.
That's exactly why we're all sitting here tonight. So.
Yeah.
As you continue on, you see a hunchbacked crow of an old woman. And she's fairy skin, almost emaciated, you know, with that kind of bent over hunchback of the truly elderly. And she comes up, eyes almost shining with cataracts. Like you can see the whiteness in the eye as she comes up and she says, "Beautiful fish heads for you. Nice fish head jewelry. Keeps the rats away. See their eyes shine when the sun catches them. Pretty, aren't they? Remember, it's night. Ah, they're magic too."
Son of a bitch. How much for a fish head?
That sounds pretty legit right there. I'm telling you, that sounds pretty legit.
Well, we've got the normal ones, and I've got the magical ones.
Okay, what do the magic ones do?
Come here. Shh. Come here.
I hand you my bucket of squid and my pole.
Okay. And you lean it in?
Uh-huh.
Okay. You lean in. And she goes, in a deep whisper, she goes, guaranteed to attract cats!
Okay, all right.
And she just kind of cackles and almost makes herself fall over.
Okay, well, if we attract cats, there's no rats. But if I attract cats, I have to feed the cats.
I could say something, but I don't know if I want to.
If you say it was in character. I can't help it.
Yeah.
How much?
Oh, for the magic ones, only 3 silver, good lord.
What about the regular
Wait,
ones?
3
silver,
that's
1 silver?
Oh. I already spent all my money tonight. I'm sorry.
You should see her shoulders kind of slump because she thought she had a sale for a second there, and she kind of wobbles back over to her crate that she uses as a stool, and she sits back down.
I'm sorry. If I have money tomorrow night, you betcha.
You see her pick up one of the fish heads and talk to it. You can't hear what she's saying for a second. Then she looks up to you, gives you an evil look, and goes back to talking to the fish head.
I think I've just been cursed. Let's run.
In the meanwhile, I'm like picking up the squids that are. Get back here!
Yeah. They are a little full, so I'm sure the top few are probably climbing out. You are 100% correct. Yes. Okay. As you approach the next stall after the crow of the woman, as you approach the next stall, you see an eerie sight. A disheveled man in a bloody apron is cleaving a fish into tiny little pieces. A simple sign reads "Chum." He turns and looks up at you.
Just keep walking.
Chum.
As you walk in, he just like bores into your side, and you can hear him like teeth is clenched, and you can see him like hyperventilating. He doesn't seem to be focused on you guys, but he seems to be like just like.
Take a quick glance. Just
and you see, and this is not a halfling joke. He's like looking above, like looking beyond your heads. Okay, he's not making eye contact with either one of you. He's kind of like, and then all of a sudden he slowly turns and looks at the woman selling the fish heads and screams, "I can't take that song anymore, you fish freak!" And he rushes at the woman next door with his fish cleaver raised to strike her.
What song?
What are you guys doing?
Whoa! So I'm gonna be like, sir, there's no need to be so rash.
Like he is within easily 10 feet of her. So, and he is like charging. So are you just standing there and just yelling at him, or are you like, AKA he'll be there in 2 rounds. This is your round 1.
2 rounds? Yeah, I'll be like,
and he's literally just like, and all you can hear is that deep breathing again. You know what I'm saying? Eyes are just bulging like out of his head. Okay? Like not in a natural way. And like the cleaver is just like up. And the little old lady, the fish head lady, is just sitting there just still talking to her fish head.
So yeah, I'm gonna start my way over there and tell him to back off and be like, hey, there's no need.
I'm gonna stand where I am.
All right. So
Splashing over with this bucket of squid.
I'll walk over at a pace, just like making sure not to spill any squid, just like making sure I'm good.
Okay. So Phineas runs over there. The guy, you put your hand out like stop, and just like shoulder brushes past you.
Okay.
Like, doesn't try to shove you, but like you do not stop him. Like I said, he's a good sized man. All right.
Yeah.
And so he just kind of shoulder brushes past you and is just on his way. And once again, as you kind of look by as he goes, little old lady is now just kind of laughing like the fish had just told her a joke. What are you guys doing?
I'm still just...
All right. So at this point here, you're about 15 feet away from the main action.
Okay.
The guy just passed you. What are you doing?
Well, it's kind of not my problem. I tried to stop him.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your alignment?
Yeah. I don't think I chose an alignment, but I'm pretty sure that he would want to stop.
So stop him.
I know.
I know the halfling alignment's okay with this,
Yeah,
so I don't worry about his.
Yeah. I mean...
I'll probably try to grab his shoulder if I can, while he's brushing past me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll to hit for me.
Oh.
So this is gonna be like a physical attack. So do you have any strength bonuses? or to hit or attack?
I don't think you do. Nothing
I do not know.
No. Okay.
Nothing for hit probability.
All right. So then
Yeah.
then it's just going to be a swing based on your basic THAC0,
Okay.
Yours
which
is
is everybody's 20. Yeah.
Okay, it's 13.
So 13.
And-
So your THAC0 is 20.
Uh-huh.
So 13 minus 20 is
7.
you hit AC 7. That's how we do THAC0.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you hit AC 7, which I think will actually hit him. Too far. Oh, yeah. So yeah, you're able to grab like his shirt and like get a good hold. And
Yeah.
he jerks back for a second. And now you see him, he just now he's spinning and he's coming to hit you. Yep. And so
Great.
now it's going to be initiative.
Okay, so how do we do that?
So initiative is going to be a D10. Okay, so a 10-sided dice. Mm-hmm. And this is going to be a little funky, so roll your D10. Okay. Now, if you're just using your fists or your hands, it's a D10 minus your dexterity bonus.
Okay.
Okay. So that you want the lower the better. Okay.
Okay, so that would be an.
So what'd you roll on the dice?
I got a 9.
You got a 9. What's your dexterity modifier?
1.
1. So that would bring it down to an 8.
It's an 8.
Okay.
Okay.
So now, if you're just using your hands, you go on an 8. All right. Now, if you're going to draw your short sword and swing,
I'll have to wait another one.
what is the speed factor of your short sword?
Ooh. Do I have that? I don't know if I.
Should be on there.
Oh, is it?
It's going to be on the end of your sheet. So your short bow is a 7. You didn't write anything down for your long sword.
I did not know.
Okay.
So I'll have to look it
So
up.
we'll say just for right now, we're going to say it's a 3.
Okay.
So then you would add 8 plus 3 for the speed of the weapon. So you would actually go on 11.
Okay.
Okay. And like you're swinging a big old battle axe, those things have speed factors of 9. Okay, it's to kind of show that when the bigger and like a dagger, speed factor of 1. So it just kind of helps balance out those larger weapons. Obviously, will always go at the closer to the end of the round, but the shorter, quicker weapons will always usually get that in there a little quicker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So help give those the quicker, faster weapons kind of the edge they should have in a big battle. Okay. All right. So I go on 7. Anybody before 7?
I rolled a 2.
Okay. Can never go below a 1.
Okay, so is it the reaction adjustment
Yeah.
So I wrote down +3. Is it -3?
It's for this one. It's -3.
Okay.
It's 3 better. Yeah, that's why you have to look at a lot of the modifiers. It's 3 better.
Okay, so technically that just makes me out of 1 then.
Yes.
Okay, so if I wanted to draw my sling,
Okay.
which is a speed factor of 6, I would add 6 to my 1.
So you're gonna so first you need to take the dexterity off last if that helps you. You
Okay.
know. So you rolled a what?
A 2.
A 2. Speed factor of 6. You're at 8.
Minus
Minus 3 for your dexterity.
So I'm at 5. Okay.
Okay.
Is that just for drawing, or is that for...
Most of the time, I consider drawing to just be a free action.
Okay.
You know, I don't add a speed factor to that
Okay.
unless you've got something like a goofy harness, or if you're digging a weapon out of your backpack or something.
Okay.
Then we're gonna add some extra time to that.
Okay.
Good, okay. So yeah, you're up first at 5.
Okay, I'm going to take one of my just regular rocks and try to swing it at him. Non-lethally, if I can manage that, like somewhere in the back or something like that.
I hear non-lethal. I got you. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So I just roll a d20.
We're
That
gonna
goes
start.
20.
We're gonna start with the 21st. Yep.
So that's an 11.
11
So 20 minus 11 is 9.
is 9. AC 9.
But
Yep.
my missile attack adjustment would be 3.
It's +3, right?
Yeah. So
So you have 2 ways of doing it. You can either say you can take 3 off and say your THAC0 is now 17.
okay,
So 17 minus 11 is
6.
6. So you actually had AC 6.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's why if you see in your character sheet, you'll see that there's a THAC0 slot for every weapon.
Yeah.
You see that? So that allows you to add all your bonuses together so that you know that your THAC0 to hit
Just
AC
right off
0
the
for this particular weapon is this number because
Okay.
it has a plus. It's magical plus your normal skill abilities. But as we go through, great part about starting at first level, we've got plenty of time for that to build up slowly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you had AC 6. That does hit. So roll me damage, please.
I think that is a D4.
Because I thought too. Don't halflings get a plus to slings?
Yeah, they get the +1 to their sling throw, so that would make it AC 5.
So yeah, so technically that's why the THAC0 is different for every weapon, because like specifically for slings, he gets an extra THAC0 point.
Yeah.
If you use a bow, he still gets your +3 for your dexterity, but not the fun halfling.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that is 1 point of damage.
Okay.
I don't get any pluses to damage with missile attacks, right?
Correct.
Okay.
No,
That's
no.
just with like a dagger or something if I have that. Okay.
Okay. Once again, I go on 7. What'd you go on?
I think 11.
You went 11. Yeah, because you were
Possibly,
well,
yeah.
What were you?
I'm drawing the sword
You were
because this
drawing the
guy,
sword.
he's got a funny look in his eye.
Okay. All right.
He means business.
So he's going to go ahead and swing on you for AC. Pretty sure his THAC0 is 22. Oh, God, yeah. And no bonuses for stats. So, I had AC 6.
I'm AC 5.
Missed it. Yep.
Okay.
And once again, now, especially now that he's swinging at you, there's something crazed about him. Like, there's no, like, skill. And it doesn't take you more than a few seconds to realize that the reason he's covered in blood is he obviously is a fish butcher. So you figure he wields this cleaver all the time, but he's wielding it from your expertise of some military training with no skill. This is like wild frame.
Yeah.
Like, and once again, you can't, anytime he's coaching, all you hear is the gritted teeth and the,
Yeah.
as he's swinging on him. So, all right, you're up.
Alrighty. I'm going to swing at him. So,
Are you going
Let's
to try
see.
to kill him?
well, he might kill us.
You can knock him the fuck out.
Well, I mean, you can use a bladed weapon non-lethally.
I will do that,
You
yeah.
do half damage, and it's pretty much considered like you're slapping him with the broad side of the blade
Yeah.
and doing damage that way instead of cutting and slashing with that. So, yep.
Okay, so you'll have to run me through this. So
alright.
I'll roll.
Yep, we're
D20.
going to roll a d20 first, see where we're at.
Okay, that is 16.
All right, so what, do you have a strength bonus to your hits?
No.
No. Okay. So yours is going to be pretty easy then. So it's just 20 minus
16?
16.
4?
4. You hit armor class 4.
Okay.
Okay, he is armed. And remember, once again, in second edition, the lower the armor class,
The better.
the better. Like
Okay.
all the way down to -10. Like we don't go to 0, we go to -10. Okay, with
Yeah.
like the super high, powerful, crazy shit for later. So yeah, you hit. Roll that beautiful bean footage. And just roll your
Okay.
normal damage divided by 2, rounded up.
Okay, there is
So
small and large.
This would be a small creature, would be like a
Small
halfling
creature.
or anything like that.
Okay.
So
Because what are you hitting him with? I'm sorry.
A long sword.
The long sword. Yeah, so you're just
Yeah.
going to do the small damage. Yeah, the regular damage.
Okay, and that's divided in 2. So
Yes.
it's 2.
2?
Yes.
okay, so question then.
Okay. All right.
I'm not understanding the small and large and medium. So if I hit another halfling with a sling, that's a D4.
Well, does it have small, large damage for your...
Yeah. So for a sling stone, for
So what they're trying to say there, any humanoid, any PC type character, any humanoid sized thing, small.
okay.
Okay. What they're trying to indicate there is, let's say you use that weapon against, say, like an ogre, which would be like maybe twice the size of a human, or say a giant, or a dragon, or any of the larger creatures. Obviously, that effectiveness is going to go down. And you-
That's why
Maybe
why
I'm
it's confusing me. So for large, it's saying my sling bullets do a D6 compared to a D4.
Oh, yeah.
Right there.
Sling bullet. Yeah, 1d4 plus, yeah. Now, if you look up here, though, at the sickle, 1d4 plus 1 for small, medium.
Okay.
And only 1d, everything else goes on. I think they give the sling a bonus there because of the whole Jason and Goliath
Okay.
mythos from back in the day,
Makes sense.
where for whatever reason, large creatures can just be thumped in the right spot in the head and be knocked down.
Okay, I like that. I'll take it.
But, yeah. So, okay, initiative again, guys. Top of the round.
Oh yeah, and it's just gonna be real short since there's only 2 people.
Yeah, your rounds are going to go real quick on this. That's what I was hoping on.
So I would, since I just add another 6 to that because for my sling, so it'd be 9 minus 3, so 6. I'm at 6.
All right. Anybody go before a 9?
Okay, so I rolled an 18.
No, remember we use a D10.
D10?
D10,
Oh, yes,
yep.
that's right.
That's one of the
Okay,
that's
that
one of the
makes
big
sense.
changes between 2nd and 5th.
No, that's gonna be a habit.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
7,
So 7 plus the speed factor of your weapon,
which is 5.
which is 5. So we're at
Which is
12.
12, yeah.
Minus your dexterity modifier.
1, so that's 11.
11.
11.
Okay.
So the same as last.
Yeah. So all right, and I think you're up. I go on 9.
Okay, yeah, all right. Just gonna hit him with another rock.
Okay.
That's 3 damage.
Would you like to roll to hit first?
That's right.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, sir, but we've skipped a step.
That is a natural 20.
Is it really?
Yes.
Damn. Okay. All right. So go ahead and confirm for me. Roll me a d20 again.
Okay.
Obviously, you're not trying to kill the guy, so I get that.
16
Oh, yeah,
plus
so-
3, so 19. Well, no.
Yeah. So 19 would be AC.
Oh, well, wait. So 16. The hit THACO 20 or need to roll 16. Right?
To hit AC 0.
Hazy 0, I need to roll 16.
Yep.
So then, yeah, so that's a 16, and then my adjustment's plus 3.
Yep.
So-
So you actually hit AC -3, was how we would say that.
Okay.
That's how we get to the negatives.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, you hit that rock just off the edge of his temple perfectly, and you know he's fine.
Okay.
But you just see the eyes roll back in his head, and his legs just crumple underneath him. And he falls to the ground.
Okay. Well,
At this point here, you start seeing a few of the other people, other stall owners, come around and going, Theodore, what did you do to Theodore?
he was
He's
trying
gonna
to.
attack the old fish lady.
Now remember, you can only see 20 feet around you right now, and all these people came out from the shadows. All they could do was hear what happened. So they all come out like, "Is he okay?" And you see like the 2 young teenage girls at the shell factory are going down there like checking on him, and he's, "Oh, Theodore's still breathing. Okay."
He was saying something about a song, and he just went after the lady with the fish heads.
He's got a crazy look in his eyes.
They were like, "I don't know. This doesn't seem right." Guards!
Oh no.
What are you guys doing?
Settle down now. I'm a man of God. Shot a call. I'm a priest, so sorry, I'm falling out. I'm still trying to do this voice here. It's hard for me
It's okay. It's
to
all
be a
right.
45-year-old man.
Everybody at home, I'd like you to know that today is my 42nd birthday, and that she just said that to be hurtful. But continue, please.
Yeah.
So hurtful. Go on.
Like I said, I'm a man of God. I wouldn't just blatantly go out and hurt somebody. This man, he was going to attack the old lady. We just wanted to stop him.
Go ahead and give me a charisma check.
Okay, what would that be?
While she's doing this,
Well, remember, you want to roll under your charisma score.
And this is D20?
This is
Okay.
the D20. This is where you save those D20s that roll low all the time.
Okay.
You save those for your stat save dice.
oh yes.
4.
4.
And it's 12 out of 4.
And a couple of people go, "Oh, Shandakar's a good god." No, Father. We understand. He goes,
Thank you.
we'll go ahead and take care of Theodore. Well, one of the standard bys stopped yelling for the guards. Roll me perception checks though. Perception in this version here is the average between your intelligence and your wisdom.
So should be pretty
rounded
high.
up. Did I see that up last time? Down.
I don't
The
remember.
intelligence and wisdom?
Down.
The average.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'd be,
So that's 15 plus 18.
don't do my millennial math.
Yeah, somehow Paco had a 14 and a 12 and somehow round up with an average of 22. So, I'm not sure how he pulled that one off.
He likes to do stuff like that.
It's frightening that he's an engineer in real life, right? I know.
Okay, 16.5. That's my
16.5.
average.
So, like, I
So
kind of advise
perfect.
everybody else to put, like, an arrow off to the
Yes.
side between those two, and that's just going to be your perception if I ask for that.
Okay.
Yeah, mine came out straight to 14. So Because I had a 13 and a 15.
All right, so go ahead and roll me those perceptions, please.
No.
2.
2. Okay.
Yes.
As you guys are walking off and continuing on down the road, you do hear the sound of the guards. Their chainmail makes a distinctive
Chink, chink,
chink,
chink,
chink,
chink.
as they roll down there. So you can hear them coming though, but you also hear a couple of the stall people going, "No, it's okay. It's okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine." You know, and then the voices are kind of drifting off as you continue walking. For whatever reason, the thicker the fog is, the more it's kind of muting the sounds around you. So, right. So yeah, you've made it to the end of the market. You've got your squid. You're probably about 45 minutes or an hour away from the Loose Goose. What are you doing next?
Huh? You want to come back, or you want to head off?
Whatever you're comfortable with.
Yeah, remember,
I'm free for tonight.
It's like 9. Okay,
Like 9?
It's like
Okay.
9,
9 o'clock.
and he does let you drink for cheap. So
You do.
Hey, you and the dwarf give me protection. All right.
Sounds good. Well,
nothing dissuades a lawsuit than some magical healing on the way out the door
Exactly.
too. So
I was about to say before we walked off, maybe I could. I have herbalism kit. Maybe I could just put a little salve on his temple.
no, I'm going to say you walked off before that. The guards were already coming.
Okay, then that's fine.
So yeah, but next time, yes,
Next
you could
time.
have done that.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. So back to the Loose Goose then.
Yeah.
Okay. And guys, let's take a quick break. I got to swap out the battery in that.
Sounds good.
I need a beer.